Hey, third grade. Welcome to our purpose on Monday. Genre. I can identify features of an expository text. Now, we've heard this genre before. We've read it a couple times this year already. And let's review what the features are of an expository text. Well, if we look in the middle of our page at the green teal anchor chart, we'll notice that an expository text informs the reader and may be divided into different topic sections with separate headings. And those headings give us a clue to what each section will be about. So if we look at the bottom at the 3 bullets, these bullets split up the features of an expository text. It gives facts and information about a topic. So for example, this week we'll be reading Earth and its neighbors. So Earth and other planets, that's the topic. We will get to read facts and information about Earth and the other planets. Our guided reading text that you will read and record this week is Destination Saturn. So our topic is Saturn, and we will learn facts and information about Saturn. In each text, there will be headings. The headings will give us clues to what those sections will be about. Also in those texts, there will be text features. A heading is a text feature, keywords that might be bolded, and charts or sidebars or pictures. Here are the questions that we will be looking to answer while we are reading. You will answer these same questions if you have the Reading Wonders Backpack guided reading text assigned to you. An expository text gives information about a topic. How can you tell this is expository text? Okay, so this is an expository text because, and then we're going to give our details. What text features does the text include? We're going to, again, identify those text features. What information does the chart give you? How does the heading help you understand the text? Let's go into our text and read it for the gist together, identifying features of an expository text. So as I'm reading, again, my purpose is to identify features of an expository text. Earth and its neighbors. Already we have a real topic. Earth and its neighbors tell me that we're going to be talking about Earth's planets, or maybe the sun, or maybe the moon. What do we know about Earth and its neighbors? Let's read about how we have learned about space. If the sun could talk, it might say, "Look at me! Look at my sunspots! I am so hot!" Without the sun, Earth would be a cold, dark planet. How do we know this? Thanks to the astronomer Galileo, we know a lot about the sun and the rest of our solar system. So already the author introduced us to a real topic. Now I notice a text feature, a heading, that's going to give us information about the topic. So this heading is in a darker font than the rest of the words on the page. The letters are larger, and it's introducing the next section. Telescopes looking up. So I'm thinking in this section of our expository text, we're going to be learning about how telescopes gave us information about our solar system. Let's read to find out if that prediction can be confirmed. Galileo did not invent the telescope. However, 400 years ago, he did build one that was strong enough to study the sky. When Galileo looked into space, he saw the rocky surface of the moon. When he looked at the sun, he discovered spots on its fiery surface. Here is a picture of the moon, and here is a caption. The moon is Earth's closest neighbor. So we just found out information in this section that was introduced by this heading. Galileo did not invent the telescope, but he did use it to look into space. And he saw the rocky surface of the moon. So the author of this expository text is giving us facts and information about the topic, which is Earth and its neighbors, such as the sun, moon, or other planets. Astronomy, or the study of space, began with a simple telescope. But astronomers wanted to look at the sky more closely. They made bigger telescopes that could see further than the one Galileo used. Astronomers still had many questions. So again, we're learning about how telescopes gave us information about space because the heading told us telescopes looking up, gave us clues that we were going to read about facts on how telescopes helped us learn about space. I noticed another text feature in this section. I noticed keywords, this bolded word telescope, a bolded word astronomy. These words can be found in our glossary. And we will know that these are important words that help us better understand the topic. So astronomy is the study of space. It even says it right here in the text. So far in our expository text, we're learning real facts. We have text features such as headings and keywords. Look, here is another text feature. What is this text feature called? You got it, a heading. Now think, what is the purpose of a heading? You got it, to give us a clue to what the section is going to be about. So headings are very important. We need to read those headings. Satellites, a step closer. So first, scientists used telescopes. Now, it seems like scientists are going to use satellites to learn about Earth and its neighbors, or space. In 1958, scientists launched Explorer 1, the first American satellite, into space. It was an exciting day for America. Soon, many satellites circled the globe and took photographs of Earth, the moon, stars, and other planets. They collected a large amount of information. Satellites even tracked the temperature on the planet Saturn. Wow. Scientists have learned many things about the solar system from satellites. That's why they kept sending more into space. Soon there were hundreds of satellites in space making amazing discoveries, but astronomers wanted to know even more. That's why they found a way to put a man on the moon. Here is a picture, another text feature, a photograph, with a caption, Explorer 1 takes off. This is the satellite. It connects right to our heading. The satellite that got us a step closer to exploring space, even exploring Saturn. I see another text feature that will introduce us to this next section and what we're going to read about. So the text feature is the what? You got it. The heading. Again, the heading is larger font or larger letters that, I have the hiccups, than the words in the paragraph. One giant leap. And if I look at this text feature, the photograph of this expository text, that shows me that our giant leap landed us all the way to the moon. So I'm thinking that the facts or information we're going to read about is how the astronauts landed on the moon. And we learn information from the astronauts actually landing on the moon. So first we explored space using telescopes. Then we explored space using satellites. Now we're exploring space by going on to the moon. In 1961, Alan Shepard became America's first astronaut. He blasted off into space in a rocket, and then turned around and came back to Earth. His short trip was a big success. Shepard's flight proved that people could go into space. After Shepard, more astronauts went into space. Some orbited the Earth, some walked on the dusty, bumpy surface of the moon. They took pictures and collected moon rocks. Astronauts wanted to answer some important questions. Did the sun's warmth heat the moon? Could the moon support life someday? Here is the photograph, another text feature. Here is another photograph of a rock from the moon, and here's a caption. Astronaut Edwin Buzz Aldrin walks toward the lunar module. Aldrin left his footprints on the moon. Aldrin brought home this moon rock. So again, some features of this expository text. We have headings introducing the section. We have photographs that connect to our headings to show us more about what this section is about. We have captions explaining the photographs. We have facts and information. Scientists studied the photographs and moon rocks that the astronauts brought back. They made exciting discoveries using telescopes and satellites. But it wasn't enough. Scientists wanted to get closer to the other planets. Soon, they found a way. Hubble and beyond. This heading gives me a clue to what the section is going to be about. I'm thinking Hubble might be a tool that the scientists used to study Earth, because the telescope was a tool, the satellite was a tool to study Earth, astronauts went to Earth, and now we have the Hubble. Let's read to find out what we learn. Scientists created another telescope, but this time it was gigantic. This telescope must be the Hubble. They sent it up into space. The Hubble Space Telescope was launched in 1990. Well, third graders, look at that. Our heading in our nonfiction text, our expository text, gave us a clue that we're going to read about something that has to do with the Hubble. We predicted it was a tool, and now we found out the facts that the Hubble is a giant space telescope. It's still up there and orbits the Earth above the clouds. It takes clear, close-up photographs of stars and planets. It sends fascinating information back to Earth. The Hubble helps scientists study Earth and its neighbors. It also helps astronomers see planets outside our solar system. More discoveries every day. Here's another heading, that text feature in an expository text. Scientists are still asking questions about Earth and its neighbors in space. With the help of satellites, telescopes, and astronauts, they will continue to explore and find answers. And look at this nonfiction text feature. We have a chart. What can we see? Here are some headings. We can see with our eyes, with a simple telescope, and with the Hubble telescope. What can we see with our eyes? We can see the moon, the sun, and Mars. What can we see with a simple telescope? We can see craters on the moon, sunspots, clouds around Jupiter. What can we see with the Hubble telescope? We can see planets outside our solar system, stars bigger than the sun and far, far away. We can see Jupiter's surface. Wow. And here is a photograph with a caption, another text feature in an expository text. This is a Hubble telescope photo of an exploding star. Wow, that is very interesting. We are now going to answer our questions. You will answer these same questions on your Reading Wonder backpack. So use this to help you answer your questions. Use this as a model. Now remember, our purpose was to identify expository text features. Now our second purpose is to restate the questions and answer the question using a complete sentence. An expository text gives information about a topic. How can you tell this is expository text? So, as a third grader, you can cross off your question words and restate. You can say, you can tell this is an expository text, or you could just simply say, this text is an expository text because. Well, why is it an expository text? It has real facts about. Notice how we say about. Real facts about how scientists learn about space. So you're going to include your topic when you're answering your question on your Reading Wonders backpack. What text features does the text include? Again, we're going to restate. So we're going to cross off what? The text feature this text includes is a chart. It also includes a heading. So if you either write heading or chart or photograph with a caption, all of those are in this expository text. What information does the chart give you? Well, I look at the chart, I read the title, I read the headings, and then I read the information underneath each heading. The information the chart gives is what people can see in space using a simple telescope and a Hubble telescope. See how that's right in our headings on the chart? How does the heading help you understand the text? So here's our heading, more discoveries every day. I know it's a heading because the words are larger than the words in the paragraph. It also has a different color. So I'm going to restate my question, cross off my question words. The heading helps me to understand the text by giving us a clue that scientists continuously make discoveries. Right, third graders, you just met our objective. Let's go back to the slide that shows us our anchor chart. We identified features of an expository text. Look at those 3 bullets again. Gives facts and information about a topic, has headings that tell what a section is going to be about, and has text features such as headings, keywords, charts, maybe photographs and captions. Okay, it's your turn now. Have fun.